You're tuned into the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at BringingDownTheBand.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 125 of the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I make beats and I'm still working on the rest of it. Lonegevity, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, Michael. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good to see you as always.
Right. You
Got
too.
a nice full glass there, ready to roll.
Big piece of ice.
That's what's up. In the corner, fresh to death. Adidas out. Trees hat.
Not really.
Oh, that ain't Adidas? I'm sorry.
Nope.
I saw the pants and the sneakers. I apologize. Mr.
Cool.
Printfinity, DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations. How you doing?
I say DJ Jay Diff, then you say salutations.
I wanted to say it how I wanted to say it. I want to talk to you and your man in your face.
I wanted to talk to you and your man in your face.
Oh, man. Fair enough.
Cool.
Excuse me. To my immediate left, the incomparable DJ Spoolz.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Can't complain.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Cannot complain at all. Good to see everyone. Shout out to Jay Moore is in the building as well. St. Louis. He is in here repping Red August as well as in the building doing Red August things. Pay that man. He is no longer camera Mike. Pay that man. So, what, man? We took care of that last week.
It's gonna keep pushing that agenda. Huh?
We took care of that last week. We good.
Cool.
Everybody knows what's going on.
All right.
Jay Moore. Good to see you as well, Jay Moore. So episode 125. What do we got going on here? I didn't realize what you were doing. Are you building a character still, or?
No, I was just
Okay.
yeah.
I thought I saw Spool's name pop up on the screen.
Yeah. You know, Brad and I play some NBA 2K before the show. So
Do you have a picture, or do you have his character? Where's his character?
we didn't spend a ton of time designing character faces. There's my
Oh,
character.
okay.
Boom.
What you averaging this year? Did you put the serum on
There's
your character?
no type of average
okay.
because it's just players. So
Oh.
there's Bradley Spoolz.
Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Need to add some chin here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're just putting our super teams together.
Yep.
So, you know.
I think Spool is he on the Bulls as he should be?
Of course.
Good.
Me and Michael running together like the old days.
You gotta defer to Mike though, Spools. You gotta defer to Mike.
He's
I
got
think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Mike
Defer.
defer. He has to defer to
Spoolz
Mike.
has a clip. He has a 3-point clip.
Spools looks like he has a
Yeah.
overall rating of a 99.
He's got a lot of A+.
I see.
It's pretty solid.
It's about a 4.0 average. It looks like.
I'd say that's right in line with real life, but
Yeah.
no.
So we got Scottie Pippen, Tim Duncan, Wilter Stilt, MJ, Spools, Barkley, D Rose, Rodman, Markkinen.
Well, the rest to be filled out.
Okay.
So he's got a lot of.
Who the hell is that Charles Barkley?
It's somebody made him.
Yeah.
It's not really him. So
Chuck was
They
a
did a
beast.
I
pretty
think
good
it's
job.
che that
I think
Charles was only 6'6".
Yeah.
I think he was
that.
really only like 6'4".
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say
that's
if
what they
that.
say, but he's just as tall as Mike in most
Still,
pictures.
Still impressive that he was such a great rebounder at that height. You know,
That is a fact, 100%.
He's got a nice mustache. And
That's like the dream team. Barkley with the short stash. He's a beast. He was a
Fit
fool.
Barkley.
Yeah, he was a beast, especially on that Phoenix team. MVP
I am
that
not
year.
a role model.
That commercial was dope.
he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't. Barkley was reckless. Had game though. All right, so let's see, 125. Quick shout out to. I want to give a quick shout out to my man Terry May, who is running for mayor in Anderson, Democrat. He's a mentor of mine when we were kids. He and Sean Teague used to coach our AAU teams and heavy in the community, man. A lot of always had positive things to say, always lended a helping hand to us when we were coming up as kids. So salute to T. May. I really hope he gets the support that he deserves and has a legitimate shot to become mayor of Anderson. I think he would bring a lot of change, a lot of attention to the west side of Anderson, a lot of the black community. So shout out to my man T. May. We pulling for you. You definitely got my vote. So
who's Norman? Norman's running too, right?
Norman,
for something.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Norman as well. I think he's running for city council. I actually got to pick up a T-shirt as well as one of those joints you stick in the ground in your front yard. I got to get one of those from Norman and T-May as well. So, yeah, but shout out to Norman also, man. I know him personally. He coaches the JV team in Anderson. Just a good brother, man. Good dude. He's always about the community first. So whenever I see young brothers doing things like that, as well as my mentors, we got to support them. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So salute to T-May. Shout out to my man Norman. We are definitely pulling for y'all. So let's go ahead and jump in. I have Jay Diff brought this one up to me as well. I was prepping for the rundown. I think we missed it last week, if I'm not mistaken. Lori Loughlin, actor from Full House. She was out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, get her daughters out there on that crew team, throwing that bread up.
Oh, she did. She didn't try.
Oh,
she did.
it worked. Excuse me, it worked. But she is she's facing, her and her husband are facing criminal charges for participating in a bribery scheme to get their daughters in the USC. The ticket was $500,000 to get them in and also have them pose as potential crew members on a crew team for USC. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But are you shocked? But are you shocked?
No, I mean, I think it's something that I just assumed was going on anyway.
Right.
From the wealthy, affluent, paying to get their kids into certain schools and whatnot. So I wasn't really surprised. And when it was brought to my attention, it kind of was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she's facing some jail time.
100%. It said criminal charges.
There's a lot of others as well too, though,
Yeah,
right? Associated with that. Interesting story. I did some. I'm not gonna throw the company out there because actually, I believe her husband is the guy that owns Massimo, that brand from way back in the day.
Oh, word?
And
I didn't know that.
shouts to TR because he got me hooked up, and I ended up shooting, or not shooting. I had some music in a commercial last year.
Nice.
And Lori Loughlin shared. No, actually, there was a separate video. There was a social media video too. It was on Instagram.
I remember you showing me something.
And
like
she
that.
actually reblogged it.
Was that
her?
the golf clothes one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like some side brand that they're getting ready to launch or something.
That was her?
related with her husband, who's
that's
a big
crazy.
Trump supporter as well.
Oh.
But she she reblogged the video that had my music in the background. I just thought that was interesting back then, and now to find this, like, oh well, this
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Aunt Becky.
I mean, yeah.
That's wild.
Spoolz, what you think, man? You got anything? Are you shocked, or are you pretty much just?
Oh no, I my understanding of this story, kind of to what Sean was saying, is there's a lot of actresses, specifically actresses, too, women, who over the years have done this, and I guess what they're really doing is like, it's not like paying to get them in.
Mm-hmm.
It's paying to make it seem like they're going there, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Is it not? They're not actually
think
getting
that's
into the school, are they?
That's the way
No,
I took it.
Like, so both her daughters got into the school, but they've withdrawn since.
Okay. So then what it is, it's the forging of
Test.
things, test documents, because I read that there's like a guy that does this as like his job. Like he helps people do this, and the prices are anywhere between $500,000 and like up to $6 million.
That's crazy.
And that's like you guys said, like taking pictures to make it seem like you were part of all these extracurricular activities in high school, fake test score, all that other stuff. And do I think rich people do this exact thing? Not necessarily. I see more of their influence as like, hey, this is my son, I can get you this job, like keeping it in the family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that kind of nepotism. But this was kind of surprising to me, like, oh wow, like like that's pretty nuts, man. And it's interesting that it's actresses specifically.
Right.
You know? So but yeah, pretty wild, man.
I hadn't heard about the up to $6 million. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you think about
It's
it,
like a giant project you're doing on someone. Yeah.
yo, that's nuts.
That's not even guaranteed that they graduate. That's just to get them in.
That's just to get them in. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude is out here getting that paper. Who's ever coming up with that foolishness?
He
Good for
definitely
him.
is better. They need to find him.
He probably
Have
blew the
him do the
whistle.
next Fry Fest. He probably can make it happen.
Fire Fest.
Was fried, but yeah, fire.
Didn't Ja Rule say he's gonna try to do some shit
Man,
again?
he need to
He
sit
better.
his ass
Yeah,
down.
he does.
He definitely needs to sit down.
Put your name on anything ever. Just go. I mean, if he's got money, just go hang out, man. Like, or like go volunteer somewhere. Like I don't know.
Y'all see that clip of him performing at, I think it might have been a Milwaukee Bucks game.
Yeah, I saw
It
it.
was 90s night,
Yeah,
and he's like trying to get the crowd hype, and nobody's saying anything.
dog. Giannis
Well, the
came out
DJ messed up too, and yeah, Giannis came out and was shooting around while he was.
like you can see him to the left, like warming up, ready for the third quarter.
That's crazy.
And it like while Giannis is shooting around, it's like Rule, baby. While he's
Well, the DJ like something happened too, where he was like
Don't
drop
do that
it,
long.
and like he didn't drop it.
It's just not meant for him to be on, man.
hey, his Bucks throwback was cold though. I think it was a Ray Allen. That was cold.
Yeah, good for him.
That's
We can
cool.
all buy those.
Yeah. Yes. Cool
Fools,
story.
I was trying, man. I was trying to give him something.
Cool story. He keeps feeding 50, man. 50 loves seeing.
Dog.
Oh, I
see
bet
that
he
type
just eats
shit.
this up, man.
The funniest one was when 50 said he was gonna cop.
I'll take Zion.
No,
Sean,
he
by the way.
did, cop.
I'm sorry, he did cop all the tickets up front. Like,
Yeah.
how is this? How are they still this petty, man? How long ago was that? The original.
2003,
Was it 2003?
4?
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, like 50 still out here
Still cutting. him
trolling
up.
fans.
And what's crazy about it too is him and Fat Joe are cool now.
Right.
Mhm.
Like they go back and forth, just clowning type shit.
He's seemingly cool with pretty much everybody that he beefed with except Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Like,
Did y'all
He took it
see?
so serious.
Did y'all hear? It was Fat Joe. He was talking with Angie Martinez, and they played a clip of it on the Breakfast Club where he was talking about how he tried to, I guess, give Tekashi 6ix9ine advice. We went over all that stuff, and you know how he interviewed him. So now Fat Joe, after he's pretty much told on the whole squad, is like, I tried to help the kid because he was a nice kid. I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, he can't be around me now ever again in life because he snitched. He was like, those are the rules. He's like, I'd rather die than take a picture with dude. Like, if they playing his music in the club, like, I'm gonna leave. He's like, I can't be around him ever again. I was cracking up because he was dead serious.
It's a wrap for him. He's gonna be like, you know how every like 10 years or so they'll have the era of the like 2000s.
Yeah.
It'll be a show. This is all what happened during this time.
Yeah,
He's gonna be in one of them
bruh.
in about 10 years or so.
He's gonna be that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fat Joe was dead serious though. Like, I wish y'all could hear the audio of him talking about, like, he's like, he can't be around me. Like, you know.
I mean, that's the sentiment of a lot of people, though. You know,
But Fat
ain't
Joe's
tryna
a street
fuck with him.
dude, so he's just going off how he came up. So
yeah,
he's like, I guess it's a wrap. I can't associate with fam anymore. So,
he can't associate
No
with
mas.
anybody anymore. He has to go into witness protection.
well, you know,
So there'll be no him taking pictures with anybody.
I got a feeling in this era, like, we talked about this before, but I got a feeling in this era he's going to
No.
be enabled to make some sort of a comeback.
No,
I really believe it though,
I
fam.
don't think so.
I really
I tend
believe
to
it.
lean on Mike's side.
I don't
of
want.
this,
I don't
with
want
this
believe
era.
It. I don't
Thank you.
want to think that the morals and sensibility of street shit has gone that fucking far and watered down to where that's cool.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't
though,
think
fam.
for real deal street dudes. No, probably not. I don't think.
Yeah.
But for what you call whatever Tekashi, the whole situation, yeah. I hate to say it. I want to think the way you're thinking too. I want to be like, no, certain things like that just don't change, and it's But
Like, I really could see him changing his lane because you can't talk the tough shit no more, right?
Man, he can't come out. No, let's
Fam,
go.
I'm
Let's
telling
move
you.
on. Let's move on.
All right, I'm just telling you.
Fuck him.
y'all finished or y'all done?
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you, Lone.
Sure.
So, Gucci has announced
Gucci.
Shout out to Guwap. Healthy Gucci.
Just
Sorry.
guap, not guap.
I've heard people call him Guwap. So
Oh, well.
I know you listen to him, so correct me. Is it Guwap or is it
I don't really listen to Gucci like that, but
The term is healthy Gucci, by the way. So Gucci announced they have set aside $5 million in a community fund. And it also says for $20K for a scholarship program promoting racial diversity. So they are trying to clean up their mess. It's going to promote nonprofit programs. The thing I don't like about this is they are selecting the communities and stuff where they go. I'm like, okay, why wouldn't you ask some people, I guess, from those communities how this money should be spread out? But I guess, excuse me, that's neither here nor there. The goal is for uplifting communities of color, is what it says, and the program will be selected by the Changemakers Council from Gucci. The $20,000 scholarship program is to bolster diversity amongst prospective students pursuing a fashion education. So,
are you guys familiar? Just real quick, I want to add to that story because I read about this.
Yep.
You guys familiar with Dapper Dan?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So Dapper Dan has something to do with this too for Gucci right now.
Oh word, that's what's up.
He's a part of this whole push.
Trying to fix shit.
Yeah.
He is. He's helping Gucci or trying to do that. I think he works for Gucci if I'm not mistaken.
He does.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, just want to throw that in, Mike. So.
Good looking out, Spoolz. Yeah. Shout out to Dapper Dan. We all know he's a legend associated with hip hop, sports figures, whatever. But Jay Diff, what do you think about that as a whole? Like, shout out to my man Jesse. I think he had a post where people were questioning, is this enough? Like, how do we feel about them trying to backtrack to, come up with somewhat of a solution, which what I really think is just to, cover up a stain, in my opinion. But how do you feel about it? What do you think? Could they do more, or is this going to be okay? Is this enough for now?
I think they could always do more.
Okay.
And I think all of these companies in high-end fashion that are predominantly bought by affluent
African Americans,
and whether it's the real or the fake, because there's a lot of fake stunners out there too.
True.
But regardless, in light of like what's going on and all the backlash they're getting, they have to do something. So it's almost like, but oh well. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I mean, it's cool that they are giving back, but
so $5 million, I believe, was the number.
Yep.
And
$20,000 for the scholarship for the prospective students who want to get into the fashion arena.
It doesn't seem like a lot to me. It doesn't seem like a little, but it does seem, well, it is a little. I mean, it's Gucci. So,
Right.
I mean, a pair of shoes are $1,000.
Right.
So
A Gucci bag is fairly expensive.
So I also saw the question, same thread. Again, shout out to the homie Jesse. Also saw him pose the question, what else could they have done? And that was a response to people saying, well, I don't think it's enough, or it's just cool.
they could
what else could they have done?
Disband as a company and give all their money to African American communities in America.
Just disband.
Just give it all up.
Give it all up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm cool.
I mean,
I'm being facetious, but
I know.
I mean, even the dollar amount seems small
in comparison to
just
how they are as a company.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they're, all right, cool, let's throw a little bit of money over here, see if we
Right.
can fix this PR problem.
Right.
Doesn't really seem like they really care about anything necessarily. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe it's a learning experience.
I could dig it.
and Dapper Dan is already working for him. So,
Right.
I mean, he has to save face as well, because Dapper Dan is a pillar in Harlem as far as fashion is concerned. Before he actually worked for Gucci, he was, I think we discussed this on that same episode where it happened, about how he made the clothes with the fabric of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all of that. Like the Eric B. and Rakim, Follow the Leader.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where they have on those jackets. Those are Dapper Dan jackets. So I think he feels like I think he's more hurt from the situation than they are.
I see.
So with him working for them, it makes him feel better to know that something like this is going on, in order to kind of not only protect their image, but I think to protect him, how he's seen
Right.
by the African American community.
I could dig that.
Yeah, because I guess in that light, it doesn't just damage the brand of Gucci. It does damage everybody that's associated with them.
Right. I think
So-
I'm with you on, especially on the Dan point. It's kind of like he's looking at it as it's his responsibility to, be a part of something to, I guess, cover that up or make it somewhat better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Because I mean, think about it. He's been making this fashion since the 80s.
80s, yeah.
He literally just got a position in Gucci like within the last 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
they had to pay attention. Finally.
Yeah. Good word there. Suppose you got anything to add on this in terms of Dan and everything?
I guess the only thing I can say is that if we want things to truly get better, I think people have to make amends, and that includes corporations, and try to do something, right? So I think that Gucci could have done what a lot of companies do and made a statement and then just done nothing else. So the fact that they, I think, have done something, I think, is a step in the right direction. I'm not saying they're great. I'm not a Gucci shopper.
Right.
Like, I might have 1 or 2 Gucci items total my whole life.
Balling.
No, my whole life ever. But yeah, I mean, it's what they did was pretty awful and pretty mindless, but
right.
If you do believe in people, I don't know, man, I'm just kind of trying to think about things in that way too. Like, it's not cool that stuff like this happens, but I mean, it's just life, right? Like, it depends on what the people do afterwards. Sometimes, that doesn't make what they did okay in any way, but
That's the point.
I think it all, again, points back to Dapper Dan.
Yeah.
If he wasn't there, I don't think this would be happening.
that could be. You could be
That's a good
absolutely
point.
right, because he is a big. It's my understanding he's an instrumental part in this whole thing. So
You might be onto
I'd
something,
agree
yeah.
with Terry, to
Yeah.
be honest. If he weren't there, he could be what I said initially. They could be doing nothing. So,
Right.
Yeah, that's actually a good call. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we at this point, they'll do it, and then, it's back to getting that paper, the way I see it. So
Indeed.
Floyd will be back. He'll be back to copping and carrying on. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Let's take a quick moment here to shout out our partners. Shout out to Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546. Thank you, Lone. No Bad Ideas as well. They have continued to lace us. We've had every episode. They have laced us. They continue to lace us. So shout out to them.
Indeed.
Indie CD and vinyl as well
You
for
screwed
the
that up,
partnership. Thank you.
you know.
Bringing down the band as always, and Printfinity. Salute your local
Shorts.
establishments. Now, does anybody have anything popping while we at the halftime here? Anybody got anything popping coming up for this week?
I don't. Real quick though, shout out to
Thank you.
shout out to the Mud Kids and DJ Indiana Jones, and I don't know if anybody else opened for the Alcoholics this last Sunday.
I'm not sure.
Double A.
Double A, and shout
to
to Double A as well. So yeah, just shout to all those cats for. I heard that show went well Sunday.
Anybody in
So-
attendance? Nobody?
I was unable to attend.
Okay. But yeah, shout out to them.
Could not make it.
Did make the shirts for the Mud Kids though.
Nice. I saw a video. Shout out to the clinic. I saw a video he had
Yeah.
of
Skits
that was rapping. Skits was killing it. Shout out to the homie Skits. Friend of the show. He was a guest as well recently, actually. What, 2-3 episodes ago. But yeah, man, he was on stage killing it, man. Looks like the energy was live. Looks like it was a decent turnout from what I could see.
Jay Moore host.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I saw him back in the back, all in the videos dancing. So he must have been in there doing something
In the bike.
in the bike.
But to answer your question, Mike, no, I don't have anything. I'm gonna help my dad with some condo work. That's about it. He's
Nice.
working on a condo to sell, but that's it.
Sounds like fun.
I could dig it.
I don't have anything as far as events, but I'm definitely going to go check out Us this weekend.
Oh man, shout out to Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jordan Peele.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm going to see that Friday.
I actually thought it was dope, and I don't know the correlation for I got 5 on it, but I got hyped when I heard that in the trailer for some reason. Like,
I hate that song.
How, Sway?
I don't even know how that's possible.
That's what Sarah's friend Melissa was like. It's so creepy, like the way they did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do you what?
How do you hate
always
that?
hated that song.
Why?
Why?
Really?
Yeah. It
Do
just
you like
sounds
the
corny.
It
original? Like
sounds corny.
I got 5 on it. Sounds corny.
Yep.
Shout out to 𝗀𝐿𝐴. Are you serious?
The fuck is going on here? Sean?
Really?
Maybe you weren't a part of that culture where that language and that term was used.
Maybe not. I understand.
Yeah.
I
What
understand
exactly
it.
do they have 5 on?
Actually,
I always was a fan. And
Actually-
shout to 𝗀𝐿𝐴.
Oh, you can listen to the lyrics.
Possibly.
Vlad interviewed 𝗀𝐿𝐴 and he explained how they came up with that joint.
You didn't even like the remix?
I like the remix.
I'm living my best life.
Oh,
Why
shit.
you treat me so bad?
I don't know why, baby.
History
Never
right
liked
here.
it. I never liked it.
They dropping history right here.
Never
That was
liked that song.
that was Club Nouveau.
That's right, Club Nouveau.
Wow.
It's a huge song.
Bang bang.
But then Clarence redid it with Shawnee Mike recently, or in the last 5-6 years, called iPhone 5 Want It.
No, that was corny.
Yeah, now that's corny.
But it fit
Shout out to
to
the
me
homie
with the song.
Chris.
I was like, oh, now they're both corny.
Oh, now you liked it.
Hmm.
Fucking A.
I like grits. I don't know about that. I got what is it called?
It was a parody song back when Shawnee Mike was rapping, and it was called iPhone 5 Want It. They ended up
It's a
performing
weird-
it live
Weird
on the
Al
radio.
type shit.
Oh, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Anything you got? Anything popping?
Lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
Saturday this
Okay.
week.
Shout out to David Peck.
He don't like.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But he don't like
Nah, I
Nas
don't
either.
like it.
So
I am also psyched, Mike, for the tournament.
yes, I'm very psyched for the tournament.
Yeah.
I have to finish my I don't know when the first play-in game is. Is that this
I
weekend?
think it's today.
Is it today?
Today
Damn.
or tomorrow. Yep.
I
I thought I had
NIT started today, right?
I have no idea. Don't
I
care.
thought I had time to finish my brackets, man. I ain't know it started today.
I don't care. But most brackets don't care about the play-ins
Cool, fair enough.
that much. So.
Yeah, man. I think everybody, from what I see in terms of Vegas and the commentators around, everybody has Duke and Zion fever since he's come back. That kid is amazing, by the way. I don't know how his game is going to translate to the league. I just know it's going to translate. Who he'll be, I'm not sure yet. But with that being said, I still think Duke can lose.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm in the minority. But I think they can lose.
No, I think so too, man. I'm not sold on Duke winning it all. I didn't pick them in the 3 that I filled out, the 3 brackets.
I like
just because I
Tennessee.
knew most people did. I like Tennessee. I like Virginia. I think you got to watch out for Michigan.
Yep.
You got to watch out for North Carolina. A lot of people think Gonzaga again. I mean, they went to the finals last year, right, or 2 years ago.
I like Gonzaga. I always do for some reason because they
Yeah.
always end up with the, maybe top 2 or 3 seed.
They got a 1 seed again. Yep.
Yeah, so I think they're well coached. They always have a lot of good players. It's just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they can. It seems like they have a hiccup somewhere, like whether it's the Elite 8 or if it's can't remember if they made it to Final Four recently, but
I think they were, like I just said,
oh yeah,
30
I'm tripping.
seconds
I'm
ago.
not
I think they
paying
were in the
attention.
finals last year or 2 years ago.
Is it 2 years ago? I can't remember. I'm old, so y'all excuse me. I'm getting
Old in
old.
the motherfucker.
But either way, man, I don't think they could beat any of those teams. Like I think they're opposite side of Duke. So if they got to that
Gonzaga beat Duke earlier this year.
point, I know. But that tournament, man,
Yeah. Bunch
What
of,
if the
bunch
Lakers
of freshmen
mess
in there.
around and get
What's
the
up?
lottery pick though?
who's that?
What if the Lakers fuck around and get the lottery pick?
I think they traded.
You think they would trade
Yeah, they
the,
trade.
that pick?
They trade if they got the lottery pick and pick Zion. I think they trade him.
The Lakers are
Really?
gonna have
Yep.
the lottery pick probably, but they're not gonna have a top
I don't think
4.
they'll get that high though. Yeah, I don't think they get that high.
Living their best life.
Hopefully, what is it? The worst 4 teams. Yeah.
Yeah,
So okay, awesome. So right now that would be the Bulls. Yes. The Suns, Knicks, and Cavs.
Yep.
Those are the 4
I
worst
swear
teams.
to God, Zion better not go to the Cleveland.
Long as he don't go to the
Cavaliers.
Cavs, I'm cool. If Spoolz them got him, I'll be cool with
He
that.
says
You don't
this
want
where
him?
the Cleveland Cavaliers had him.
You don't want them?
Hell no. Dan Gilbert's an asshole. He don't deserve that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd rather y'all get him than the
I think
Cavs.
he's gonna end up being a New York Knick personally.
Yeah. He could, man. Let me ask you this, Spoolz, and then I will jump back in. So let's say they get Zion, right? And he goes to New York.
Mm-hmm.
KD goes to New York, right? So with KD and they have Zion, and let's say Kyrie goes. How do you feel about that team?
I think they're going to the finals.
Finals out the East.
Yep.
Okay.
If Kyrie and
It's a pretty
Durant
nice
without
looking team.
Zion go and play for New York,
They still go to the finals.
yeah,
Okay.
because they still have
Dennis.
Dennis. They have Dennis Smith Jr. and that dude is really good, man.
Yep.
He's a young dude. He's really good. I know they traded Porzingis, but I don't know.
Jury's out on him. I got to see him
He's
stay
hurt.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, him and Doncic together are going to be deadly.
I fool with Doncic. He's different.
Mm-hmm.
I fool with him. He's
Who's
different.
last question I have? Who's rookie of the year so far in the NBA? Would you say?
That's a good question, man.
Is it Trae Young or is it Luka?
I think it's Luka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I
Luka.
don't even know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Trae Young caught fire of late, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with
Didn't
Luka,
he
man.
get teched out like last week or something?
Did he?
I think so.
I'm
He
sleep. I
had,
didn't see
like
that.
49 against the Bulls in a 4 overtime game a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
He showed out. He showed his ass against the Bulls. He was killing them.
Yeah, 4 overtime. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, a few extra periods there, but
Yeah.
either way, I think I got Luka, man. I think that kid's gonna be.
I think I agree.
He's got a bright future. All right, so let's jump back in and talk a little music. Shout out to Memphis. Y'all know what we do in Memphis.
All
Beale
of them.
Street,
Yeah.
etc.
Orange Mountain.
Yeah, Philly as well. No Smoke. Meek, we see y'all. I saw this. I thought this was very interesting. Master P and Jeezy are going to put an album out, and it's
Really?
called "It's Gonna Be a Cold Summer." That's the title. Stop, Lone.
I can laugh if I want.
Talk to me, Jay.
Master
Diff.
P.
You heard Master
and
P
Jeezy.
and Young Jeezy are going to do an album. Now, if this
Do
is
they
a fake
even have
article,
a song together?
I don't think they've ever collaborated. Spoolz, is there something we're forgetting?
Not off the top of my head. I can't
I don't think they
recall.
have. So let's say this.
A whole album.
Let's say, yeah, it was according to hip hop. You know, they on Facebook had a big article about them doing a full joint. What you think?
All right.
Cute.
Called it cute.
I would be curious. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
I would be curious.
I would check it out.
I would check it
check
out.
out everything, but
Oh no.
nah. I would rather Jeezy just do another album with Boys in the Hood.
Can you name all the members?
Jody Breeze.
Who could actually rap?
He could rap.
I can't-
That's about it.
It was
There
four.
was a
of them.
big dude.
So it was Jeezy, Jody Breeze,
Jody Breeze.
Big Dude,
and the
and
other
who am I
big
missing?
dude.
And, they had two big dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, you rather him do a joint with Boys in the Hood than the icon Master P, huh?
I think so, man.
Okay, I'm not. mad.
I mean, I don't know. Who's doing the beats? Is Beat by the Pound
See,
coming out of retirement?
I don't know about all that. Shout out to KLC them. I don't know about that. I'm sure it'll be updated production, whatever that means.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Or how about this? How about Manny Fresh do the beats?
That would be cool.
For a
I'd
Jay-Z.
listen.
Oh, now
I'd listen to that.
Now he listen.
Because that would be
yeah.
be interesting.
You don't even like Manny Fresh.
Like Lily.
Oh man,
Who doesn't like Manny Fresh?
he don't like Nas. It's not far fetched that he doesn't
That's
like Manny
totally
Fresh.
different.
No, they both legends. It's not that far fetched that he wouldn't like Manny Fresh.
What's not to like about Manny Fresh?
I'm with you. I think he's
He's a
severely underrated.
Louisiana legend.
He also seemed like he'd be a cool guy to hang out with.
That's what I mean.
100%.
What's not
Yeah,
to
he
like about
he
him?
laced Jeezy on his first album.
Yeah,
Couple songs, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Manny Fresh producing
That'd be
That
cool.
album, okay.
the Young Jeezy Master P album.
Other than that, it's cool.
I don't know, man.
We'll
I'm
see,
damn
man.
near scared.
I've got no interest in listening to that though. I
I
mean,
would
outside of
listen to
the,
it.
I mean,
I would
it
listen to
sounds like it's interesting, but I don't know. Maybe it'd be all right.
I
When
could
was
just
the
use
last
a-
time that P's done music?
P, surprisingly, if you go to his Spotify, man, P has
So he's still putting music out?
mad albums, man.
He's got
Yeah.
I got the Hookup Part 2 coming out here pretty soon too.
I
and
can rock with that.
the Master P story.
I really can rock with that.
Me too.
Yeah, I really can rock with that.
I want to see that.
don't care.
Sean don't like
He a
Master
hater,
P.
man. He don't like.
He don't like I got
Nas.
5 on it.
I like
don't
Master
nah.
P more than I got 5 on it, and I don't like Master P's music at all. You know, 𝗀𝗏 the Shocker put out a new album
He's
recently.
a monster.
Silk album really was.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, it wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't good, but it wasn't like
Was it
spectacular.
syncopated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
better than a lot of the rappers.
Red
today.
August does not like it. He says it's
What do you
terrible.
say? What? Silk?
He actually mentioned the album, and I didn't even check it out. You said
Dizzy Wright, right?
Dizzy Wright.
Yeah.
I've been meaning
I
to
didn't
check
even
that
check
too.
that album out yet.
Hey,
I've heard-
Spoolz, what do you think about the Master P and Jeezy album? I think, man, you know, I've never been a huge Jeezy fan. I appreciate what he's done, like, for
I love
Atlanta.
Spoolz, man.
And Master P, I have a tremendous amount of respect for, but I don't, like, he's never been, like, my favorite rapper by any means. So, kind of like you guys, I'm not, like, going to stop my life for the album. You know what I mean?
Not at
But,
all.
I wouldn't mind checking it out, probably, like, on YouTube. And if it's good, I'll go buy it.
Cool.
If it
That's
happens
what-
to be good, I'll go buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what features would be on there, too.
That's a
So-
good point.
What about producer-wise? Who needs to produce this album?
Oh, Manny Fresh that'd be awesome. I'm trying to think. What if it was all
Zaytoven.
what if it was Zaytoven, or
Man.
what if it was like all the 808 Mafia dudes?
I might
or
get
something.
stoned by saying this, but I'm not really a big Zaytoven fan.
Oh.
He's got a sound. So here's something interesting about Zaytoven. A lot
He
of people
produced
don't
I
know.
Got 5 on it.
He
Oh,
did not.
He's
God.
actually originally from the Bay.
Oh,
Is he?
God.
He's originally from California, and then he moved to Atlanta.
He can really play piano.
And that, yeah, I
Very
know.
well.
And
That's dope.
that might influence his sound a little bit. I think, you know,
I wonder.
Oh.
I wonder when he
doesn't sound like all the other Atlanta producers. Zaytoven.
It's just I don't.
That's
it's,
true. That's true.
His beats are cool. It's just to me, he's.
I didn't know.
I
he's
hate to
from the
say
West Coast.
overrated, but I don't know.
I'm not personally a huge fan of his, but I don't generally listen to a lot of stuff that he produces though in general. So
He definitely got. I've heard joints where, he got heat. I'm not gonna completely, dismiss him or whatever. But that's a good tip. That's a good point there, Spoolz. I did not realize that he was born
And you brought up the Bay.
in the Bay.
Are y'all familiar with J Rock? So he just dropped an album. Not J Rock. What's the
I was like,
producer?
yeah, I know J Rock.
Rock. What is his name? I just told
The
you
Bay
about
Area?
it. Yeah.
Oh, you were just talking about it. I don't remember.
Well, I told you about it.
Somebody was just talking about somebody from the Bay a minute
Maybe,
ago.
I don't know.
Well, a minute ago, being before.
Well, he dropped the album. Producer is
What Red August was talking about?
no.
Not that. Okay, I'm tripping.
No.
I'm
No.
lost.
Never
No,
mind.
that's ignorant.
He couldn't wait.
But it's real. It's real West Coast heavy,
yeah,
beat wise.
I love.
Definitely.
I love that sound, man. Like that's anything that comes out from out there. I'm
I
with
said
it.
J Rock.
Yeah,
You did. And I was like, yeah, I know who
J-Rock.
J Rock
It's
is.
like, yeah,
Right,
familiar.
The Grammy award-winning J Rock. So
Rick Rock.
Rick
Rick
Rock.
Rock.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be for that. I'm
He
with
just
that.
dropped the album
I'm with that.
full of West Coast bangers.
Yeah.
Did he produce I Got 5 on it?
Let's find out.
Who
did
produced
not.
that? Who produced that song? Does anybody know?
I don't know, man.
That's actually a good question.
I'm
This
gonna
came
look
out
it
in the
up real
90s,
quick.
right?
Yes, late 90s.
Mm-hmm. That record was huge, man.
I know. It was
Oh,
just-
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I know. It's just the same thing. I mean, people love Nelly, too. I can't stand Nelly.
I'm not a big Nelly fan either at all.
But you like the Get Crunked Up.
Just because I bought it
That
in
means you like it.
1999 doesn't mean that I liked it. Actually, that was a Tuesday
Word.
purchase. That was a Tuesday purchase when I didn't see anything else that I wanted to get.
Tone Capone.
Tone Capone. Shout out to Tone Capone.
Still getting them residuals.
Still.
No, I'm sure Club Nouveau's getting some too.
Definitely.
Facts.
Get crunked up.
That Loney's album was kind of cold though.
Had some heat on
Operation Stackola.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I like that album a
it.
lot.
Had some heat on it. Definitely had some heat on it.
You know the other dude in Looney's got, if I'm not mistaken, got in trouble for being like a creep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know
Like
that.
creep related, like
Like Carl Malone?
something like that. Something like that. I think it was underage girls in confinement of some sort and like
Oh.
some foul shit. Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
fuck him.
Numbskull. That was the other dude's name.
Numbskull.
I remember the
But shout the Yuckmouth.
the CD was a
Facts.
condom with cum coming out of it, and the condom was holding guns and shit.
Yep.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Sean ain't with none of that.
None of that, man.
Did you guys hear? Speaking of another story, Sean's gonna like a lot.
Yeah, we love those.
The whole saga with this YBN Almighty J Kids
Oh,
chain
yeah.
and J Prince and all that stuff that happened.
I remember. I've seen some stuff about that.
Yeah, I guess he got it back. French Montana
Really?
got it back and got it to J Prince. So.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when Jay Prince is involved with getting something back, his percentage is usually pretty high in terms of getting something back. Like I had little doubt that this was gonna come up, just off the fact that Jay Prince was involved.
You know what's fucked up though? So remember, the same dude was involved in another situation with another artist, and that artist was robbed. Y'all remember that?
Yes,
So Karma came back to bite his ass.
that was
quick.
all
that's
staged. That was
tough.
fake.
That was fake.
That was fake.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
well, we got a real situation happen.
Yeah,
Just
he got beat up really
He
bad.
caught $150 at least. His whole shit was split.
Yeah, dude.
I saw the picture, man. That was
It was
crazy.
nasty.
Yeah, that's tough,
Hit with a Hennessy bottle.
man. That's tough.
Hit with any bottle would suck,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a Hennessy bottle.
Upside his head.
I still gotta read
Straight like
Jay
that,
Prince's
Ray
book,
Ray.
man. I'm never,
I'll let you borrow it. I read it. It's really good. And
I'm sure he has dope stories.
a buddy of mine's borrowing it now, but when he's done, you can hold it, man.
Appreciate you, Spoolz.
So how many YBN
I have
kids
no
are there?
idea.
No
Yeah,
idea.
There's like
they're-
3 of them.
There's kids. They're kids, right?
They seem fairly young.
It's Corday and Almighty J, and there's another one.
So they're kind of coming on some like the ASAP mob type stuff.
That's
right?
not.
I mean, that's kind of common nowadays with the little
With the
3-letter
crews.
acronym and
Yeah.
then the name. Even that whatever the Melly dude that killed his friends.
Oh,
What was him? He was like
he's in another one that has a name similar to. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah,
so with his dumb ass.
that's some dumb shit.
Read about that too.
Yeah.
That's
Dude tried to
goofy
make
shit.
it look like a drive-by.
Yeah, like they said something about he actually rode around with the bodies in the trunk till they figured out what they wanted to do. Then they went to the hospital and act like it was a drive-by and shit. But
Yeah.
stupid
Stupid.
motherfuckers. Double parked by a hydrant.
Hydrant. Stupid
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers. All
Like
right.
Lily.
Yeah, that's some dumb shit. All right.
Yeah.
So I got this. This was a question someone posed to me. I figured we give this one a shot. I know what he's gonna say, so I'm not coming alone. I'm coming to Spoolz first. What hip hop artists do you wish had better beats throughout the course of their career?
Yeah.
Stop,
that's
man.
not fair.
Spoolz, what do you say? Go ahead, Spoolz.
I mean, I think Nas is the popular choice, but if you think about, I mean, his first album, he had some incredible
Facts.
production and producers. If there's
Just-
anybody else that stands out to me that I wish they had better production or beats.
Yep. Makes you think.
It does, man. I mean, nobody's really jumping out to me. There's people that I've heard that I would have liked to have heard over different types of beats,
But not necessarily.
like better production outside
Right.
of Nas. I don't know.
Would
I have to think about
Cannabis
it.
have been a better artist if his beat selections were better?
I don't think so, only because I don't know if Cannabis could write records that could go with whatever said better beats were, if that makes sense. I don't know if his pen, other than the bars, would have been good enough to even make it work if it was different production.
What about Pac before Death Row? And they weren't bad beats, but what if he would have teamed up with Premier and Pete Rock and some of these other cats, you know? Like
Yeah,
Shed So Many Tears is my favorite Pac song, and that was pre-Death Row, right? That's incredible.
Well, that album, Me Against the World, that's my favorite Pac album, period.
Mhm.
That's Mo B on that one.
I don't think
Did Easy Mo B do that one?
He did.
See, I'm a huge, I think
yeah,
he's the
Mo
most slept-on producer in hip-hop, actually.
I don't
Easy Mo
think
B.
Pac really had bad beats
No.
though.
No,
I
I
think they
don't.
were kind of
But I see what he's saying, though.
they
to
kind
kinda
of
think.
were centered to that timepiece though.
Yeah.
So like 𝗀𝗲𝗄 Now. Like
Yeah.
if you go back and listen to it, the beats sound dated. They don't sound as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas when you go listen to like
He got laced on All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, Me Against the World on up.
Yeah.
I think they all aged really well. And he has tracks on those other albums too, like Strictly for My Niggas and 𝗀𝗲𝗄 Now that have some cool tracks on there. But as a whole, I don't think it was.
That's actually a good question, Spoolz. I don't know.
I got one.
You got one? Go ahead.
Yeah. I would say Wu-Tang post 2005.
Wu-Tang post 2005. What is the album?
With the exception of Ghostface.
With the exception of Ghostface. Yeah.
All right, so
even Raekwon's album, the Purple Tape joint was
Immobilarity.
Well,
I like the Mobilarity.
There were joints on Immobilarity I liked, but I mean like post 2005 Wu-Tang minus Ghost, because Ghost has actually worked with a lot of really dope producers.
True.
Even Meth's latest album, like
he can still rap his ass off. I didn't.
Like
I'm with you on the production though.
That's a really good question, because I also started thinking, what about if you take it beyond just picking beats? Like, what artist would you want to like work with an actual producer, you know, as opposed to just the beat sound? Because I feel like working with a producer could change somebody's career entirely. Because there's so many really, really dope rappers. I mean, how many really dope artists as rappers, their careers are made because of the producer that they're with?
That's true.
You know,
Or you have artists like Snoop, who's always remained relevant, but he has whole projects produced by Pharrell and the Neptunes.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Rhythm and Gangster, they laced him.
Yeah, that's a really good album.
They laced him.
But even after that, he has I don't even remember the name of him, because Snoop always drops
Snoop's
an album.
discography is stupid.
I mean, he dropped the Funk album with Dame Funk, which is dope.
Which was dope.
12 Days of Funk.
Which was dope.
Or 7 Days of Funk.
He has a gospel
One
album.
or the other.
Mm-hmm.
True.
He has a reggae album.
He does. That's back when he was Snoop Lion.
Mm-hmm. I still need to watch that documentary on Netflix about that. That came and went, huh?
Yeah. He did have a span of time though where his shit fell the fuck off.
That's when he was with No Limit, right?
Well, it actually before that, the Dogfather album was kind of trash.
Going into that, then
it wasn't. It's got to be so hard to. I agree with you too. It wasn't a very good album, but it's got to be so hard to follow Doggy Style.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
arguably to me one of the best
man.
Albums to introduce you to an artist ever to come out.
Oh, it's one of the best hip hop albums ever.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah,
I'd also have to throw Nas in there, but not everything. But
what if people worked with? What if Nas teamed with somebody like Guru and like Guru teamed with Premier? To your point, Sean, about what that could have.
Like if him and Large Professor teamed up for their entire career or something, I think that'd be. I'd love to know what that sounded like and how Professor would change throughout time.
Yep.
I think Nas.
Not that he hasn't stopped working on music, but
oh no, I
feel like Nas would force him to, do more.
Nas and Primo to me would be damn near unfair. Like if they got together and just locked in and did a few projects together,
Nas
I think
and Pete Rock too.
Oh man, him and Preem though, like I really think that would be stupid.
But what if like Jake One and Nas worked together?
That'd be crazy.
Or like Marco Polo and fucking I don't know, man. Big L, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like if they got a chance to work together, that would have been unbelievable.
I'm really sitting there trying to think of artists who need a better
need better production. When I saw that question, I was like, I have to bring this because
I think
there's a lot of independent artists that we could list that, if they were working with bigger producers, we'd probably know them more. That's just the thing. Like there's so many really dope rappers that just couldn't make the great songs because maybe their beats weren't as good. Can you imagine like if 𝐴$AP Rock rapped over DJ Premier beats?
Right.
Who knows what that would sound like?
We don't.
Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts.
What about 𝐴$AP Rocky?
What about like in terms of
if he had a better production?
Oh, okay.
Actually, that might be a good example.
Kind of like him.
I like him, but it seems like
something about the production.
Earlier shit was kind of always hidden,
like Goldie and stuff like that was dope. Yeah.
I got one.
Some of Danny Brown stuff too.
I agree with that. I really like Danny Brown, and I think
I got one. After his first 2 albums, we're not gonna count the first 2. Lupe.
I was thinking Lupe too.
After his first, not Food and Liquor, he got laced. Or the Cool. After those 2,
his new one was good.
I feel like he could have used some more solid production for those the 𝗏𝗄 whatever. Lasers was trash to me. And Lupe is a genius in my opinion, but I just didn't rock with Lasers. Like I thought that was a drastic fall off.
I remember Analogic gave me a low score on a beat because I chopped something that Kanye's chopped.
Oh well,
in a beat battle, and he produced some stuff for Lupe's first 2 albums. Random story. Anyways, continue.
Like Food and Liquor, like to me, that's damn near like a masterpiece. That album. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see any flaws in that album.
That
But-
or the cool,
Or
really.
the Cool, like the Cool is amazing. But once you get to
It's just
those,
so-
it's like some of the production. I'm like,
It's
I'll
one
say
of-
this. This is kind of go out on a limb. You guys might kill me for this one. Big Crit.
I would agree with that too. I feel like
from a
Crit.
standpoint of him falling back from producing his own.
I feel like
Correct.
I would
Okay.
like him to hear him over more people besides himself.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Hats
All right.
off always to him for producing his own stuff a lot and for
100%.
being really good at it. But how
100%.
cool would a Manny Fresh and Big Crit album possibly be, or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Good call, Spoolz. Good call.
That is a good one because
Yeah.
he still makes good songs, even though sometimes I feel like the beats are good, but they're not necessarily the strongest point.
And
His
in that
EP
same
has
line,
really grown on me though.
in that same line, Scarface.
Mm.
See, Scarface
Depends on who's producing this stuff. If you guys are familiar with
Yeah.
Mike Dean, Mike Dean's
Yeah.
dope.
Mike Dean's dope.
What's
How
his
many-
N.O. Joe?
How
if
many
you guys are familiar
how many
with him.
classics does Scarface have?
albums?
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know, man.
classics,
At least
Definitely
one.
definitely the Diary.
definitely.
The Fix.
Fix.
Classic.
I think Last of a Dying Breed is a classic. That's just my opinion.
I like
though.
that
I
one
think
too.
it's a good album. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's a classic.
But then you got to go back too to like My Balls in My Word is a classic album.
Ooh.
I'd have to go back through the rest, but I'd say if you asked him for a number, I'd say 5,
5 of them.
probably 5 to 6, maybe. I'm a huge Scarface fan.
I can
though,
dig it.
I got the Diary and the Fix no brainers as no brainers.
Those are my 2 favorites.
Yeah. Like the Fix.
I like the old Scarface. I like Balls in My Word. That album.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Like
Last of
You
a
ever listen
Dying
to that
Breed
album?
Yeah.
was the first one
Yeah.
I
What
listened
about
really
the Ghetto
good.
Boys?
Dope.
Can't Be Stopped.
It's a dope album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that their first? Is that the first one?
Nah.
No, the first one's. What's the one with them wheeling Bushwick out?
That's Can't Be Stopped, right? Or
there was an album that
Could be
preceded
right.
that one though, because they
I
had.
get stuff
Well, they had
mixed up.
Gangsta Nip was in it.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't
And
know.
then Killer, and then I'm sorry, Big Mike was in
Big
there.
Mike had
too.
a tight album.
Yeah, Big Mike's a really good rapper, dude.
Yeah.
He's a really good rapper.
I was sleep on Big Mike. One of my homies put me on Big Mike.
Having Things is probably one of my top
Yeah,
10
that shit's
favorite
dope.
songs ever. Yeah.
He had a song on his album. I think it's called All a Dream. All a Dream. I used to listen to that. One of my dudes put me on Big Mike. I can't front. Like he has some heat. He has some heat. But to get back to what we were talking about,
What about Big Psych?
see
Big Psych.
Red August, get your boy, man.
What about Redman?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Even though I really like Eric Sermon and I like his production, you can hear his beats. He's somebody you can definitely hear a beat and you're like, "That's Eric Sermon."
Yeah,
I love Eric Sermon,
do
so I
too.
might be
But
biased.
if it's non-Eric Sermon,
but at the
I
same,
don't know.
yeah, I
Did
feel
y'all
like,
like Malpractice?
yeah.
I'm not super familiar with it, so I can't like say
You didn't like it, then.
like jump up and
You
down.
didn't
so.
like it.
Did you?
He's
Not really.
Redman's always been somebody I've just wanted to like. I don't know, like even the stuff that I didn't really like all that much, because to me he's like he's somebody that doesn't really take bars off. You know,
I
like
think he dope, man.
like he's really dope. You know,
Yeah.
he's one of the greatest ever,
yeah.
and he's creative. But sometimes his beats are just kind of like, I don't know. He made a lot of his own stuff too, though.
To Spool's point, though, to hear him away from Eric Sermon would be interesting. Like, granted, I know he's worked with other people, but usually when he drops something, for the most part, we know Eric's gonna lace him. So I don't know, man. I'd be curious to hear. Like,
Oh, I got one.
Redman
you
and
got
old
one?
I
Kanye.
got one.
Redman and old Kanye.
you said,
Jada Kiss.
Yeah.
now we getting somewhere.
Jada Kiss.
Now we getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm with that 100%.
Mm-hmm. I think
And I think Jada should have more albums than he does. In
his
my opinion.
albums, it's almost like all of his albums are filler.
How many albums does he have? 4, 5, 4,
something like that. I don't know.
Like to me, he should have way more albums than he has.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they got some tight joints on there.
Oh yeah,
but there's a lot of filler type songs. It's almost trying to piece those dope joints together.
The joint that he dropped that had the bust of his head, the most recent one. What's that project called? I can't remember the name of it. I feel bad because I actually like that album. But he had the joint that had the artwork was a bust, like a Hall of Fame bust.
Yeah,
like he had some heat, like it was heat on there. But to your point, some of the production is kind of like hitting.
Even Styles P though.
Yeah.
Gangsta and the Gentleman was dope though.
It's a good album.
Yeah, it was dope. It actually was some pretty good production on there too, in my opinion. Man, I don't know, man.
I don't think those two really get the P's they deserve, and I think it's based on the way they structure their albums, though. In my opinion,
that's fair.
I bet we could have a really long discussion about rappers who got production that was way better than them and their rapping ability.
Oh, I gotta write that one down. That's good, Spoolz. Let me write that one down.
That's a hard one though because
Rick Ross.
That's the easy one. People swear up and down Rick Ross is the greatest though, not understanding who laced him.
His production is ridiculous.
I would agree.
Thank you, Lord.
I would agree as well.
Mine is Cam. I love Cam. Love Cameron.
Finally, somebody appreciates what I've been saying. Shout out to Andrew Barber too, because we argue about this all the time. Thank you, Spoolz, for what you just said about Dipset.
Nah.
The pie chart on Dipset for me, we'll talk about. I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah, write that down. Maybe next week.
Yeah, the same. Their beats were always cool, and then Jules Santana rhyming the same word over and over like 18 times.
So bad, dude.
It's hot like boiling water when I'm boiling water with the boiled water.
That's Cam did that.
Nah, Jules did it.
Nah, Jules did it too. Jules is one of the worst rappers.
I'm so excited right now.
Is he worse? He's worse than Silk.
He's in the Silk category. He's also in the D Shot from the Click category.
Yes.
Damn.
I'm so excited about this.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
He's
not
like
on
D Shot.
I feel like he's in the the cousin.
All these dudes, I'm sure, are real cool and like nothing bad on them. I'm just saying rapping.
Nah,
and I'm sure they've sold a bajillion records, but like
they probably assholes. I don't know if they cool or not. But
I don't know.
I got a whole selection of a whole selection with a whole selection of a whole selection.
Hey,
Harlem. Fuck.
Remember him and Lil Wayne was supposed to drop an album? God, I can't feel my face. Did that ever happen?
I'm cool.
The reason why none of us know if that happened is because none of us cared.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
Because Jules is like the cousin that came to the studio and put something down, and everybody's like, "Oh well, I guess we'll keep it."
I think that's D-Shot too.
He is family, so
Memphis Bleek's a better rapper than Joel Santana.
Memphis Bleek should have had better beats.
Memphis Bleek should have had better beats.
He should have had better beats because Memphis Bleek could actually rap.
Yes.
And Memphis Bleek and Beans should have dropped a joint album, the Beans and Blink joint.
Excuse you.
They sounded good going back and forth.
Excuse you, Scarface and Beans should have dropped it. That's the Mac and Brad. That's the one I wanted to hear.
That would have been awesome.
That's the one I wanted to hear.
I feel like there was a point in time when Bleek and Beans had like momentum.
No question.
Yeah, they did. They had good 1-2 punch. Like they could go back and forth real well.
Lions, tigers, bears, oh my. Dipset.
Yeah, man.
I think
Peacemakers.
I got a whole selection.
We know.
With a whole selection.
Caught that the first
real
time.
Real fast.
Of a whole selection.
I hope so.
Real fast.
Anyway, I know we ran out.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Yo, that's funny, man.
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anything?
I don't care.
Is there anything else I'm missing before we wrap up? Good job on that topic. Don't bring that back.
Nope.
Just say it with your chest, man. Anything you gotta say?
Yeah, no.
Say it.
Gonna put strychnine in the guacamole.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nothing long.
No thought. No thought.
I guess I don't have anything else. No. Nope.
Thanks to our patrons.
Yes. There it is.
I guess we can throw this out there. We're
Shout
gonna
out to
we got
patrons.
30 seconds left. We're gonna be doing a live show on Record Store Day at Indie City and Vinyl. Boom.
I like that.
It's actually going to be the Sunday, so the 4/14. So
Yes.
April 14th. Be there. Indie CD and vinyl live.
square.
New Old Heads show.
Holler at your boy.
Yo, for the whole crew, I am Major 7, Lone, DJ Jay Diff, DJ Spoolz. We will see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.